Now on to the sequel of Jurassic Park that everybody hates. Well, almost everybody. I mean, I like it, and I know some other people that like it, though I'm kind of biased because I love dinosaurs and I love the Jurassic Park franchise. And as a kid, I always regarded this one as my favorite one. I'm not sure why I did. The first one is actually my favorite, like everybody's favorite. And this one I actually do remember going to see in theaters. I went with my uncle and my cousin, and there was a big line outside the door for The Lost World Jurassic Park, because Jurassic Park was a huge movie. So of course the sequel was going to be huge. They promoted the hell out of it, even more than the first film, because the first film was promoted heavily. But this one, it was literally everywhere. Kind of like how Age of Ultron was literally everywhere when that came out last month. I remember there was actually a promotion with Kodak or Fujifilm or something, where when you develop your pictures, you get a shot of the movie. And I actually still have that somewhere in the attic, but I can't really dig it out right now. And you also got this big chart of all the dinosaurs in the film. Now, I sort of understand why this movie isn't as adored as the first one, because it has a lot more scenes that don't make sense. But since I love this franchise, I'm going to focus on the positives. First of all, Jeff Goldblum is the main character in this movie. You can't deny his charm. And plus he has one of the best introductions I've ever seen. Number 2, there are 2 T-Rexes this time. And even a baby T-Rex, which I actually have the toy of somewhere. And there's just more dinosaurs overall. Number 3, the film is a bit darker and it has some more gruesome deaths. There's being eaten alive by compies, being ripped in half, and even being stomped on. Number 4, a lot of this movie plays homage to King Kong, Godzilla, and other monster movies. The King Kong thing having the SS Venture used, and just in general bringing a beast from an unknown land to a city. And the Godzilla homage is a little silly, but still, this is a monster movie at heart. And that's really what the Jurassic Park franchise is. It's a series of monster movies. And a lot of people don't really seem to get that. Though admit it, the T-Rex coming into the backyard of this boy's house was pretty great. Maybe it's just my own childhood that makes me like that scene a lot, but really, what kid interested in dinosaurs wouldn't want to see that? Yeah, the dialogue in this movie is a lot cheesier, but again, who cares? It's dinosaurs! It's a monster movie! It's not really meant to be taken that seriously. Now with that said, this movie is loosely based on the second book, The Lost World, and like I said with the first film, there are differences between The Lost World and The Lost World Jurassic Park the film. In this case, there are a ton of differences. One of which I was kind of disappointed wasn't in the movie, but is actually in one of the video games. And that's the Carnotaurus, which kind of actually looked a bit like a chameleon, well at least the way it looks in the video game, and could blend in with his surroundings, which made it a very fearsome predator in the book. And by the way, the game I'm talking about is the sit-down light gun arcade game, which is really fun, so if you ever see it, get a friend and get a roll of quarters and just pound through it. So, what are your thoughts on The Lost World Jurassic Park? Do you think it's as bad as everybody says it is? Or are you like me and think it's pretty alright? Tell me down in the comments and I'll see you next time. Bye. I'd like to give thanks to my patrons this month. Thank you so much for supporting me. It really helps out a lot. And if you'd like to support me, click the annotation for the Patreon link. And if you want more movie reviews, click the playlist. And if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. And as always, thank you for watching.